So how can we convert RDDs into dataset? So Spark SQL support two different methods for converting existing RDDs into dataset. The first method uses reflection to infer the schema of an RDD that contains specific types of objects. This reflection-based approach leads to more concise code and work well when you already know the schema while writing your Spark application. The second method for creating datasets is through a programmatic interface that allows you to construct a schema and then apply it to an existing RDD. While this method is more verbose, it allows you to construct datasets when the columns and their types are not known until runtime. So most of the Spark dynamic application use this approach because you are not aware of the schema most of the time. Now infer the schema using the reflection. The Scala interface for Spark SQL supports automatically converting an RDD containing case classes to a data frame. The case class defines the schema of the table. So this is my case class which is defining the schema of the table. So schema is name and age. The names of the argument to the case class are read using reflection and become the names of the columns. Now, this case class name will be the schema of the table. Automatically, this schema will be passed to the table. Now, here I am creating an RDD over a text file people.txt and I'm concatenating. So, and I'm parsing this text file. So, all the fields are comma separated. So, it will return two fields, right? And I'm mapping these two fields and I'm creating a person object here. So MX, the very first attribute from this person.txt will be the first value for this person object and second will be the second value. Now I'm converting this as a data frame. Okay, so but for doing this, for implicit conversion, you need to import this spark dot implicit underscore dataset. So here you can see that I can register the data frame as a temporary table. So here I was already known about the schema. I was aware that schema is name and age. Okay. Now, since I have registered this data frame as a temporary table, so I can run different kind of SQL here. So here you can see that I can call the select star. I can call the map function. So different kind of transformation I can do if I have registered this as a temporary table. This data frame as a temporary table. This is the power of Spark SQL. Now programmatically specifying the schema. So when case classes cannot be defined ahead of time, means you are not aware of the schema. You are okay. For example, the structure of record is encoded in a string or a text data set will be passed and fields will be projected dynamically for different users. So let's say if your data is coming from one file and your schema is coming from different files, then a data frame can be created programmatically with three steps. First, you need to create an RDD of rows from the original RDD. Then you need to create a schema represented by a struct type object and the structure of rows in the RDD created in step 1. And this struct type should match the structure of the rows. Means if rows has each row from of this rows, let's say if each row of this rows have three values, then is a struct every field which belongs to this struct type should have three values, yeah, three parameters. So means those there should be a match. Apply the schema to the RDD of rows by create data frame method provided by the Spark session. So now this is the very simple example. First you need to import the SQL types because we will create a struct field struct type that belongs to this package. So now here I am creating a RDD from the people.txt. Now this is my schema. So I am reading my schema from as a string name space age. So now dynamically I need to convert this string into actual schema. So first I need to split this on the basis of space. So I will split this. This will be there will be two entries. So this will return an array of value 2 name and age. Now what I am doing for each field, I am creating a struct field. In a struct field, I am passing the field name and what is the data type. So here I am using a hard-coded string data type and nullable is equal to true means null values can be there for this struct field. You can change this type dynamically. Now, when this fields gets created, you can create a struct type. So I already have a struct type and rows of. Now I need to create a rows of RDD from this RDD. So for converting this RDD into rows RDD, again you need to read the data and splits the data on the basis of comma. Now you can create a row from these values, row of values 2. Here you have a struct of two fields. Now you need to create a rows of value 2. Now this is the simple API provided by the Spark. Here you can pass the row RDD and schema for getting the data frame. So this is a dynamic way of creating a data frame from the RDD. Your schema is dynamic, your data is dynamic. Now you can register this data frame as a temporary view, and you can simply run the Spark SQL query over it. So this is similar. So this was all about the how can we convert our RDDs into data frames. Thanks for watching.